is Kathy Breeden, who is the Executive Vice President and COO of IAEE. We would be talking to her about her experience here so far in India, MICE in India, and the exhibition industry overall. So thank you so much, Kathy, for talking to us, and welcome to India. Is this your first visit to India?
It is my first visit. I'm very honored to have been able to come here, and I think Hyderabad was probably a very good first city for me to visit, and I hope to come back sometime very soon.
How do you think MICE coming here is going to help in the development of the Indian exhibition industry?
Well, I think if you back it up just a little bit, I think, the MICE industry overall, it creates jobs for people. It helps bring up local economies and helps to provide funding for infrastructure. So from that point of view, I think it's a really good thing that India is an emerging market for the MICE industry. And I think the exhibition industry overall, especially because there are so many people here in India, there's a lot of good opportunity here.
What kind of challenges do international companies or international events and exhibitions face when they come to India?
I think that there still needs to be a lot of training that's done here in India if they expect to attract exhibition organizers, especially from the United States. And I think India is well on its way, especially with the educational programming that's being implemented. Just like us in the United States and you visiting the United States, there's issues with visas, and it takes a while to get the visa, and it can be sometimes a very burdensome process. And coming here, if you don't fill out that visa form just the way that you need to, then that can keep getting kicked back. So there are challenges there. Both of our countries face those types of challenges. I think that, just as was discussed in the last day and a half, is that the infrastructure, both from the venue point of view and the technology point of view within the venue, needs to be top-notch. I think, U.S. organizers are very accustomed to having very technologically advanced venues in which to hold their events, and even more so, the attendees and the exhibitors are demanding that. So, but again, I think that India is just starting out. It's just now blossoming. So, whereas in the United States, it's been around for a long time, so you can build it, from the ground up without having to retrofit, if you will, of getting it to a higher level.
We all know about social media marketing and how important and critical it is for all those of us who are involved with trade shows, exhibitions, events in any capacity. And we'll begin just now with Gunjan. Gunjan, your views on, what you see as the key areas between MICE and media, and how to, what are these synergies and how can we leverage it for both parties going forward?
India has been continuously upgrading its MICE facilities, starting from the very touch-base points like the international airports that are operating under public-private participation, the international chain of hotels that have come up, also the world-class convention centers that have come up into the India. We all have understood and seen the conscious effort that's been put in to bring MICE under a big platform. So far, we have been promoting Incredible India as a campaign. Over to Saeed. Saeed, how do you see all of this panning out now that you're running a 24-hour TV channel?
That's a really very tough question to answer. The media obviously plays a very, very important role in terms of the positive side of it, and which is all the talk out here. But at the same time, we need to also collaborate with the organizers to make sure that they are sustainable, they're able to run. Unfortunately, the media for such kind of events is just a media partner, so there's no cash transaction. So we used to have the budgets for media to begin with, because we are running this media since 11 years, and now there's a 24/7 television channel, which is a very difficult task to run. But at the same time, other than content, the importance of ecosystem, the importance of sustainability is also there, which we all need to address. As far as coverage is concerned, we have been doing it since so many years now, and we have been able to let the world know what's happening around the country and in the country, and also look at the kind of response. We have Douglas here, we have IAEE here, we have UFI, which is now having the chapter in the country. We have yesterday announcement from the IEEA that they have the chapter of India now. So that's kind of positive news that is spreading out from the country to across the world, and that's really creating a great outcome for the Indian mice industry as a whole.
Douglas is the show manager at Life Design International, and I believe we run a very, very successful show in Las Vegas and in Mexico and in the North American region. But now they're looking at exploring other markets, and he's here in India for just that. Over to you, Douglas.
There are a lot of different factors, but just in my personal opinion, of course, you need to have an industry in that city. So in the United States, nobody would do a farming show in New York City. It just wouldn't make any sense. So that's one important factor. There needs to be an industry for the show that you're organizing in that respective city and or country. So that's one thing that, that plays a huge role in our decision making.
And now we move to Raghav. Raghav, what has been your experience doing this? And what is the kind of ecosystem that you think is necessary to really nurture this relationship between mice and media?
The media's role now has become to take the mice industry beyond within the industry segment. As media people, we've been trying to raise awareness about this industry, not just to the organizers, the service providers, but also to various visitors across different industries, to corporate exhibitors across different segments. So for that reason, we are operating media platforms like Exhibition Magazine, online television, and we focus on the entire ecosystem. When I mention ecosystem, we have evolved a term called OSEF, where O stands for organizers, S stands for service providers, E for corporate exhibitors, and V for trade visitors. So if you see, this has become a big chain. I would also like to appreciate TradeFair Times, Mr. Sayyed. He extended full support to this initiative, and we introduced the Exhibition Excellence Awards. The idea behind this initiative was to honor the true champions of the trade, to glorify our industry and promote it so that the real champions, the people who are behind the exhibitions, they get to the limelight, and the normal exhibitors and visitors who just know that probably an exhibition is happening, now they know that who are the people behind those exhibitions, so that after 5 years down the line, when somebody asks who is the champion in this industry, a small kid or a college-going person aspires to become like him. So we want to glorify this industry. We want people to have an eye about this industry. They want to make a career in this industry. So we have to popularize this industry. For that, if you see the Bollywood Awards, IFA Awards, sometimes, some decades ago, nobody knew our stars, but today everybody knows them. The agenda behind the awards is to glorify it, provide a career path, and provide an aspirational to the youth of this industry. This is what our endeavor was behind Exhibition Excellence Awards.
time to bid farewell to you from the High-Tech Convention Center, where in India for Mice concluded after 2 successful days of panel discussions, meetings, and an exhibition as well. See you again soon at some other venue for some other convention and exhibition. Until that time, take care, have fun, and be safe. Thank you for watching TradeFair TV. This is your host, Meghna, signing off.
Just